Before I begin, I would like to thank God. Without him, nothing is possible. I'd also like to thank Chairman Sprouse and Chairman Renner. Thank you so much for those kind words. They could all easily be true of both of you as well. I feel very honored to serve with such principled leaders as yourself, as well as so many other people that are in this chamber. I'd like to take a point of personal privilege to recognize the outgoing governor, the outgoing lieutenant governor, and the outgoing cabinet. Thank you for all your service to our great state. We're a better state for it. Thank you. I'd also like to recognize Governor-elect DeSantis, Lieutenant Governor-elect Nunez, and the whole newly elected cabinet. Congratulations on your election. I'd also like to thank our outgoing speaker, Speaker Corcoran. Speaker Corcoran, it has been a privilege and an honor to serve with you. You have left an indelible mark upon this House and anyone that serves with you. Although your term ends today, your legacy lives on, and I thank you. Leader McGee, you and I are from the same part of the state, and we are unlikely figures to be standing where we are standing today. It's truly a testament to the miracle that is America, but I would be remiss if I did not mention the tremendous obstacles and challenges that you have overcome to be standing where you're standing today. It is a testament to you as a person and to your character as a man. I look very much forward to serving with you. To my friends and family that are here today, my brothers and sisters, my nieces and nephews, my cousins, my grandmothers, and all of my friends that I also consider my family, I can't tell you how proud I am to be part of such a big and beautiful family. Thank you for a lifetime of encouragement and support. I love you all. I'd like to say a word about my mom and dad. You know, most people have to look on Ancestry.com to find the forebearers who first came to this country to give their children a better life. Growing up, all I ever had to do was come home. I was raised by those two people. They sacrificed everything they knew and left everyone they loved so that their children might have a better life. And in doing so, changed the trajectory of an entire family forever. There is no way that we can repay them. I'm so proud to have my mom here today. To our beautiful children, you are the miracle of our lives. Your mom and I often ask one another, how did we ever live without you? And we've never come up with a good answer. We're so fortunate to have you. Thank you also for being so patient. All those times that I had to go away and was unable to attend an important event for all of you. And speaking of important events, I have to tell you a quick little story. Just a few nights ago, I was sitting outside preparing remarks for today. And Benjamin walked outside and asked me if I'd come in and play Nintendo. Like I've had to say on a million times, I said I couldn't. I had to finish my work. Being more curious, he asked, how many people are going to listen to this speech? And I said, well, I don't know, a couple hundred, I suppose. He said, a couple hundred? Martin Luther King had way more than that. Yeah. Two things immediately came to my mind. One, I'm so glad he knows his history. And two, boy, are you going to be disappointed on Tuesday. Yeah. But we thank you. We're so proud of all of you. And to the center of my world, to my best friend, I could not be here without you. You are the most caring and generous person I've ever met. And you make everything you're a part of better. Thank you for everything. I love you. Members, it was a spirited and contentious election cycle. It always is. But the campaigns are over, and we turn our attentions now to governing together. In each of your desks, I have placed a blank journal. It is my hope that when your time here is done, it will be filled with the accounts of your triumphs, your challenges, and your struggles. But above all, I hope that it will tell of your restraint. Members, the powers now entrusted in you are capable of doing great good. They're equally capable of causing great harm. I ask that you judiciously budget your time in favor of searching over acting, for it is until you have properly searched that you can truly properly act. And if your search is thorough and sincere, it will reveal to you that more often than not, it was a well-intentioned person in your capacity that worsened the issue. An open and honest search will expose that the power which stood between you and the outcome you most wanted for your state was your power. But this revelation should not discourage you. It should energize you to do the one thing that only you can do, to remove the countless barriers to prosperity, to opportunity, and to freedom. If you have come here to seek greater healthcare access and affordability, and if that is your main concern, use your power to lift the government-granted monopolies and the market-restricting regulations which have led to widespread price gouging of our citizens and have placed an untenable burden on our state. Members, this year you will vote for or against an almost $90 billion budget. Half of that entire budget will be healthcare. It is not for lack of a commitment that we cannot solve our healthcare problems. It's because we have created, through regulation, a healthcare industrial complex that is insatiable. And so there will be no amounts of money that can ever solve that. We have to solve it with the powers that we have been granted. And I hope that we do. If you have come here to ensure that every child receives the best education possible, remove the restrictions that stole the futures of generations of our poorest children by forcing them to go to failing schools. Members, the parents are the taxpayers. The children are their children. Use your power to get out of the way of their choice. If free enterprise is your focus, tear down the needless state and local regulations, which can easily be traversed by the big and powerful, but are impossible to overcome by the small. And if affordable housing is important in your part of the state, speak out against costly planning and zoning decisions and the arbitrary use of impact fees for revenue. And members, if we're truly committed to raising wages, we must challenge the endless taking in taxes and fees, surcharges, assessments, and the like. If you want people to have more, you must begin by taking less. We should do all of these things and more so that we may focus our efforts on those things that we can only do together, like protecting our water, our wildlife, and our natural resources, so that the natural treasures that we enjoy and sustain our life today are preserved for tomorrow, like providing for the care of our foster children, our developmentally disabled, and our vulnerable seniors, and like providing for the building and maintaining of our public roads, our public works, and our public infrastructure. And so, members, our work begins. In this chamber, the people's chosen representatives will debate the way forward. Let us remember to honor and respect this institution and one another. And let our debate always lean on the strength of our argument rather than on the volume of our voices. I thank you for the confidence you've placed in me. I pledge to you that I will hold myself and this institution to the highest standards and to its finest traditions. I look forward to serving with all of you. May God bless our great nation, this great state, this House, and all of you. Thank you.